Hello. You're listening to Questboard, a podcast where we make up random characters. My name is Brandon.
And I'm Tiffany. And just so you know, we are not professional writers in any way, shape, or form. At least we don't claim to be. We just really like tabletop RPGs, and we do this for fun.
Hey, speaking of not being professional writers,
Whoa.
I have a question for you.
What's up?
I randomly came up this for the banter. What is like one story trope that you like really enjoy? Like, for example, one of my favorite story tropes that I like to see is the guy messes with another guy who doesn't realize that he's punching above his weight class.
Oh.
Perfect example is like
Mhm.
Saitama from One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Anyone who messes with him.
Oh, yeah.
Or like the Western version is like John Wick, the first movie.
Yeah.
Like the sense of, oh, you effed up.
Yeah. Oh, you messed with John Wick?
And it's like, oh, I'm going to see you just get owned because you don't understand. I, for some reason, love to see that plot. And I never get tired of it.
I don't know what my favorite plot one
Like
is.
plot device kind of.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
I don't know. I never really thought about that. My favorite, like, character trope
Okay, let's go with that as well.
is Big Softy.
Oh, you mean burly guy with
Big, buff, burly guy holding the tiniest little kitten you can imagine and just melting because this thing is so cute.
Okay, that's along the lines of I've done a big Hulkin orc before who's like a pastry chef.
Nice.
It's like that kind of thing. Yeah,
those are always
similar.
my favorite kind of characters.
Or
like
clearly,
the ones that always have like a little bird on their shoulder.
Clearly looks like it's supposed to be a fighter, brute fighter, and they're just like, no, I'm a gardener kind of thing.
Yeah, no, it's like, I just run the shop.
Subvert expectations.
Could punch your skull in, doesn't because it's nice.
Okay. I guess that banter over. No, it's just I had that thought of like we enjoy stories.
Yeah,
and we've absorbed stories a lot.
So many
in
stories.
our hobbies.
Uh-huh.
And I was just like, what is like some kind of plot thing or like that kind of like genre or trope that like you can never get tired of. Like I'm tired of isekais, like for manga and Japanese cult.
There's been
media.
a lot of those coming out recently.
But sadly, a lot of the isekais have that trope that I like, which is like super overpowered, and then someone comes in thinking that they're hot stuff, and then it's like, oh, you don't know.
Right.
Or you messed up.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm tired of the isekai part.
Right.
But just like those small moments, I'm like, ooh.
I'm in.
It's hilarious.
Right.
But some hit way better than others. Like John Wick hits so good.
It's actually kind of what I liked about this one anime I watched called Mashal, Magic and Muscle. It's like a combination of One Punch Man meets Harry Potter.
I think I've seen that where he can't cast. I've seen clips. I didn't watch the show. I've seen clips on YouTube.
He can't cast any magic spells whatsoever, but he is abnormally strong to the point where he just punches magic. We're not entirely sure how that works. Yeah. But
I think that's a joke in the show.
Yeah. And like, oh, I can't use a broom to fly? Cool. I'm just going to kick my feet super fast and that makes him float up in the air. Or I don't know what else did he do? It's mostly just punching things. Everyone's like, oh no, you can't cast magic. Duel me. I'll just take you out and it's like free points or something. And he's just like, all right, punch. And they're down because they're a wimpy little wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything else? Like
he also loves pastries.
I should have thought more about this.
Yeah, I know. It's like story trope wise, I'm trying to think of like all my favorite stories, but it's just like big overarching adventures, I guess, or like little tiny adventures, even like when it's just like a fun little thing happening, but each episode is different. I usually enjoy those.
Like slice of life.
Little side stories. Normally, I don't like slice of life. That's the funny part.
Yeah, you kind of described slice of life of many small adventures that differ on each episode.
Yes, slice of life, but like fantasy slice of life.
There's
I'm thinking Delicious
fantasy.
in Dungeon here.
There's a lot of fantasy slice of life.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about Delicious in Dungeon. That's literally fantasy slice of life until the overarching story jumps in.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's always has to be an overarching story.
You know what? I think I do know what my favorite story plot is. Cooking.
So Food Wars.
I actually did enjoy that.
Yeah, it got weird.
Of course, it got weird, but the cooking, like when they show the food being made, talk about how it's being prepared. I enjoy this when I'm reading books too. I actually wrote down someone's lemonade recipe from a book. And yes, I know lemonade is lemons and water and sugar, but they added like a twist of something else, I think. And I actually wrote that down so I could try it later.
Did you?
I haven't yet.
To be determined.
Yeah.
Tiff will update you.
If I ever remember that I have it, yeah.
Okay. Well, if you have a favorite like story trope or something like that, down in the comments or tweet/direct us on our social medias.
X, and what was the other
Blue
one?
Sky.
Blue Sky? Yeah.
Yeah, just let us know because they're tropes for a reason. People use them a lot because they are good or they're liked. It just comes in waves.
Yeah.
Like right now is fatigue on isekai, I swear. But there are diehards, so.
I don't think my husband will ever get tired of isekais.
Like I said, there are diehards.
I do like the one where the guy gets brought back as a vending machine. I need to watch more of that.
I've heard of that. I never watched it.
I find it amusing. Reincarnated as a sword is good, by the way.
Anyways, I guess we'll actually go back to our podcast and make something.
Yeah.
We're making a character for Character Jam.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Quest Jam.
Quest Jam. Quest Character Jam.
Character Quest Jam.
But we're gonna do it slightly differently.
Yep.
To spice things up.
Spicy.
Sure. Instead of making 2 characters, we decide we're gonna make 1 character, still using Fatum.
Yes.
And so images will still be on YouTube. It's still great for YouTube.
Uh-huh.
But instead of 2, we're doing 1 and we're going to like hyper focus. We're gonna actually come up with like their actual background or like refer to the actual background for D&D 5th edition.
Yeah, we're going to actually go into the player's handbook and look up
and
the
give a little bit more of a detail about like our planned kind of events for throughout a campaign, their personal story arc.
Right. We might even go as far as to choose a subclass for them.
Yes, like everyone always has a general plan for a subclass or something like that.
Yeah, whenever I build a character, it's all centered around what subclass am I going to pick at level 3. It's never, I don't know, I'll figure it out when I get there.
Yes. So we're going to try this out and see if like focusing on one person might be interesting that we might do in the future.
Yep.
So, Tiff, you already have your character
I do. Go ahead and open it up. All right, so we have a ranger who is an orc, like full orc, not a half orc, a full orc. If that doesn't exist in your campaign, you can make them a half orc. Their origin is cemetery. Interesting. Are they undead? Who knows? The background on this one says timekeeper, so we'll keep that in mind when we choose a background for them.
Well, background is usually like it could be associated with timekeeper. It's not exactly them.
It's more like guidelines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pirate code. Yes.
Yeah. So their first bond is a former lover who is a half orc. So at least they're staying somewhat within species, but you know, half of something else. But who is this former lover? A celestial. Are they in love with a god?
Who's a half orc?
A half orc god?
That makes it a little bit weird or complicated. I don't know.
Their second bond is a chief who is a tiefling, but also they're a monster. Is that just being racist against tieflings, or there's something going on there?
Do you want to, instead of like, okay, I'll just say what afterwards. I'll say my idea for the chief tiefling thing.
Mark of the past, a victory. Where? A village. To who? Vagabond.
Oh, so that could be a poor village full of poor people, which is vagabonds. So
either they destroyed the village or they saved the village.
Yeah.
Yeah. Impetus. What drives this person? Be helped. Interesting. By whom? A sorcerer. So they are looking for a sorcerer to help them. With what? Who knows? Maybe their monstrous chief? Or, I don't know, how to
So
find their
my
former
idea
lover?
with the monster's chief is a were creature.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll be a tiefling that's also a werewolf, or a werebear, or were-tiger.
Do they get to keep their horns when they transform? Because I think that'd be cool.
What happens if it's a were-ram?
Oh, shoot.
I don't know about like the half-orc celestial. I don't know about that.
That's just a god that they're in love with, but former lover. So either the god broke up with them, or they broke up with the god, and the god is not happy about it.
I just had a thought. I would love to do this in an actual campaign.
What's up?
This requires 2 players though.
Oh,
What if the I'm thinking if you had like a werewolf, let's say werewolf.
okay. Let's go classic werewolf.
Werewolf. No, this is just example of a character idea I want to do.
Oh, gotcha.
And let's say I play a werewolf,
Mhm.
another person plays a ranger.
Okay.
I will be the and the ranger goes the beastmaster, and I'm his pet companion.
Fascinating.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. Do you want to go with that being the connection between these two characters?
Well, it's a chief, so I don't know.
Maybe they were a chief. Maybe their name is Chief.
Chief it's more like this is the actual title, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't go off based
Okay.
off. Oh, their name is Chief.
Well, maybe they were a chief, but they got afflicted with lycanthropy.
And so they became a pet.
No, it's like, so then they were like basically kicked out, or maybe they stepped down because they didn't feel like they could be a good chief because there's that constant threat of turning into a werewolf and eating people. So maybe they stepped down. So maybe it's former chief. And maybe this ranger still calls them chief.
What if, and we're just very much focused, we're putting a lot of time and effort into the one, but to be fair,
it's okay.
This one is a lot harder than the previous ones we've made.
Yeah, this one's a little bit more complicated, and we did say that we are going to focus more.
Yes.
So we can.
What if the ranger, the tiefling chief was also like, they were part of a monster hunting guild.
Oh, okay.
And so with that, you hunt down werewolves and all that stuff, Dark Riches Night, and he got inflicted with the lycanthropy.
Okay.
And in which terrified or something like that, it's like that standard character trope of like you become the thing you always hunted, and then you become like you're too afraid of like, I don't want to die.
You become that which you hate.
Or it's like the in denial phase kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so the main character ranger basically escapes or runs away, and they're constantly still being hunted, kind of thing, by their former guild of monster hunters.
Okay.
And so it's like the ranger here is the only person that's like, you're still you, or still like connected to the tiefling werewolf.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I can't kill you kind of thing. And so was against it.
So what if that guild was more of a religious order, and that brings the god in? It maybe not like full on former lover, but love of the god. You know what I'm getting at? Like servitude can also be another form of love. So maybe not like, lover in a sense of, they were intimate, more like they held love for each other, but now that they've separated from the guild, the god has like turned away from them.
Okay, like an orc god.
Yeah. Half orc.
I don't know any half orc gods like in.
But
I know of a couple
fantasy.
of orc
You can make up your own
just
gods.
like a battle and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So if we skew this a little bit and like if we lean towards the orc god of battle, then it's like battling monsters and all that stuff. That's the greatest glory, is fighting creatures that are beyond your capability.
You mean Grumsh?
Whatever that name is. But you know what I mean? It's like, then you could twist that like, fighting other people that are in the same level as you is great, but fighting a monstrous being that's above your capability, beyond your physical limitations, that is much more of glory kind of thing. And so then that's how this guild is formed.
Yeah. That works.
We have to sort of ignore the half orc part.
Well, no, what I'm thinking is, what if, the fun thing about D&D is you can make up your own gods. You don't have to go with the gods that exist. So what if Grumsh, the orc god of storms and war, had a kid who is a half-orc god of the hunt.
Isn't there already a god of the hunt?
There can be many gods of the hunt.
Fair enough.
This is
Okay,
the orc
okay.
god of the hunt.
Okay.
And yes, there is a god of the hunt. Her name is Artemis.
No, that's Greek god.
That's what I'm saying. That's a
So
different pantheon.
Yes, but I'm pretty sure in D&D world there is a god of the hunt.
Yeah, there probably is somewhere. But this is
Because it's such a
the
generic
orc
thing.
pantheon.
Okay, fine.
And
Okay,
the fun
so-
thing about tieflings is they can be born into any society. So this tiefling could have orc parents, or one orc parent and the other one being a demon that did a thing.
So that also reminds. So if we got the two bonds, the mark of the past, the victory in a village full of vagabonds, is where they saved the town from a rampaging werewolves, but the chief got bit and
Yeah.
contracted it. So it was a victory, but they the tiefling got lycanthropy.
Yeah.
And so then that's the mark of the past.
Okay, that's a good mark of the past right there. That's a huge like turning point. And maybe they're trying to find a sorcerer to cure
Possibly cure
lycanthropy.
the unknown cure
Yeah.
or unmade cure of lycanthropy.
Yeah. They're trying to find the cure.
Okay. So what is the origins for a cemetery and timekeeper? How are we including that?
Origins of a cemetery is a little bit weird. Maybe their headquarters, order, tribe, whatever you want to call it, is like near a cemetery. And whenever our main character was born, like the mother was like visiting the grave of the father or something like that, and just went into labor right there. So literally just born in a cemetery.
No, I want, like, you don't have to
Born
just say
with it.
they were born. The origin's not born. It's just
Yeah.
like where they originate, like grew up in. Like
Yeah.
if you were born in, Kansas, but you like your family moved it when you were 1 or something to like Oregon, you say your origin is Oregon.
Yeah, because it's where you grew up. It's
Yeah,
where you,
so
okay, that makes
you-
sense. Fine.
But I'm thinking, what happens if we're gonna go off of like hunt or like anything like that? What happens if the cemetery is like, you could somewhat say it's, what is it? You know those like in fantasy the land of like where things die, the dying lands kind of.
Okay,
Deal
like
where-
the Badlands type of thing.
Yeah, where there's just a lot of death and all that stuff. You could classify that as somewhat of a cemetery.
So I was thinking, since they are, I do like that concept, by the way. I was also thinking though, like since they are a like hunting guild type thing, they probably have a lot of trophies in their like lodge or whatever where they all meet. And maybe they jokingly call it the cemetery because it's where all of their prey has come to rest.
I feel like that's closer to a temple, which is the other side of the card.
I know.
It kind of feels like more of a temple.
But I was
doesn't
just
it?
saying they just jokingly use the name cemetery.
You're going very literal with these cards.
I am, yes.
Chief being just the name, and cemetery is just the name of the place.
Yeah. Also, earlier my brain did say Chief Teef because he's a tiefling.
Yeah,
Or she.
I get
it
it.
could be either. It's just the picture. I can't tell. Actually, I think that picture's a woman. Now that I look closer at it.
Whatever the case, men
Yeah.
can have pecs.
True. But they don't normally wear boob armor.
Why not?
That
Men
low
could
cut.
wear it too.
I mean, if men got the pecs for it, they could wear.
Why do men wear V-neck shirts? To show off.
Yeah, but they don't go that deep.
Not that you've seen.
Not that I want to see.
How dare you? Our pecs are immaculate. We don't body shame, right, men?
Yeah.
Down in the comments.
No, not to body shame
Body
at all.
positivity down in the comments.
I'm a married woman, though, and I am not looking at other men's pecs.
No, it's just body positivity down there.
I know.
They're not posting pictures. I don't think you can post pictures.
No, I'm just saying I don't look at other men's pecs.
You're missing out.
Why would I look at other men's pecs when I have a perfectly good pair at home?
That sounded wrong. It's true, but it sounded weird. Anyways, back on track. We're really stuck on the whole cemetery, and we don't even know how to incorporate timekeeper.
Okay, maybe his father was a gravekeeper, and he grew up with or he or she, whoever the ranger is, grew up with like, gravekeeper parents and was like, I don't want to go into this when I grow up. I want to be a hunter type situation.
Okay, if we focus the ranger on being more stealthy, what happens if before he joined the guild, he was a grave robber?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
You know,
What, selling bodies so doctors can study them for medicine?
sure. I mean, there's that, or trying to steal trinkets. And what happens if this
Yeah.
cemetery was the cemetery of the guild the chief was in charge of, like of all the hunters that died during the hunt?
And maybe they usually bury them with
Well,
their main weapon.
I think most grave robbers just undiscriminately like, oh, I'm just gonna try. It's a loot box system.
Yeah, it is.
Which sounds really dark and grim, but I think it's like
I mean,
doesn't
they're
matter.
perfectly packaged in boxes.
I don't think you assume, oh, because they're from this guild, they're probably the richest.
Right.
I'm just like, here's a grave.
Just
in
roll
the middle
through
of the
town,
night,
it's just like, ooh, graveyard.
Let me just try.
Yeah.
I think it's closer to that rather than, oh,
Makes
who's
sense.
like,
Look for the most ornate headstone.
yeah, something like that. No, I bet these are very simple headstones because they're just hunting group.
Yeah.
Or hunting guild. Anyways, timekeeper. How do we incorporate that? And then I want to then spend the rest of the time thinking about what does the sorceress do that's able to cure lycanthropy and where genuinely you could find them. You know what I mean?
Right. So timekeeper. That makes things a little bit rough. Looking at the list of backgrounds we can choose from, just basic D&D, and for the record, we are going with the 2014 D&D rules because we don't really know the 2024 ones as well yet.
Nah.
We eventually plan on reading up on that and learning things.
I mean, if we go along with what I just said as the grave robber, then a criminal.
There's one
or
called
urchin.
Far Traveler.
I believe,
is that that's the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide? Is that like official D&D?
I believe so.
Okay. So it says, you are from a distant place, one so remote that few of the common folk in the north realize that it exists. And chances are good that even if some people you meet have heard of your homeland, they know merely the name and perhaps a few outrageous stories. You have come to this part of Faerun for your own reasons, which you might or might not choose to share.
Okay. I mean,
That doesn't really go with timekeeper. That's distance, not time.
What we can say is if there's something timekeeper associated as part of the background, not the background itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So what were you saying would be a good one?
You mean just for like based off of grave robber?
Yeah.
Like a criminal or
yeah.
urchin,
Smuggler?
a charlatan, or a smuggler, those kind of things. Maybe criminal.
Yeah. That's a classic background.
Yeah.
Hey, City Watch. That's always interesting.
I don't think this ranger's gonna be City Watch.
Yeah, true.
But then again, you can say those backgrounds is before the guild. So you could say a guild, I wouldn't say artisan, but
yeah, maybe not artisan. Sailor?
no. A mercenary veteran.
Yeah.
Because like you could say that they were a part of the guild, but then in order to survive, no longer being a part of the guild and being on the being hunted by the guild, that they just took on mercenary jobs to pay for, to sustain off of.
Well, that could be a case. What about Outlander? Growing up in the wilds, far from civilization.
Or that.
It's
okay.
An interesting thought.
Well, we could do Outlander where they just survived in the wilderness, trying to avoid society to be caught and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to focus on how is a sorcerer going to be for their personal story within the campaign. How is the sorcerer going to be able to cure lycanthropy?
Maybe they heard tell of a sorcerer who is working to cure lycanthropy, and they're trying to find that sorcerer specifically.
Maybe it's like a wandering sorcerer where it's like who was associated with the guild before,
Yeah,
because
maybe
it's
they
just like,
pass
oh,
through at some
I
point.
want samples or things like that, and they're
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
oh
hey, can you
well,
give me some werewolf blood? I'm trying to work out a cure for it.
and then they're like, well, we're gonna hunt them anyways, kind of thing.
Yeah,
And
so
it's
we'll bring
like,
back a sample. But then,
we'll sell you. It's like she pays for it, and so then it's just a wandering person.
yeah, and then she leaves, and then later the chief realizes, oh shoot.
Well, they don't know if she has a cure or not. It's
Yeah, no,
just
she's still trying to find
she's
the
the
cure.
only one that they know of that is working on the cure.
Right. And we keep saying she because the picture on the card is very clearly
So
a she.
I feel like for story beat wise,
Mm-hmm.
if they ever find her, she's not done with the cure yet, obviously, and
Right.
needs help. What should be the thing that like either the party gets? It's most likely what is the party going to get to help
Yeah.
finalize the cure for lycanthropy?
You think it'd be like some kind of rare herb or like special water from a very specific place?
Well, we can make anything. What are you
Yeah.
thinking? How are you feeling? Like,
I don't know. Wolfsbane. That's common.
I think that's yeah.
That's very common.
I think probably in the centuries that werewolves have existed, they would have tried wolfsbane. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that just repels them.
It's like poison to them, but it
Yeah.
doesn't cure them.
Probably.
You would think, yeah, like they would have done that a long time ago.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like,
think
well,
wolfsbane
maybe
is
this
a
thing
cure.
has a wolf in it. I wonder if there's like anything D&D related that is like the cure for lycanthropy. I mean, someone else has already searched how to cure lycanthropy in 5e. The standard remove curse spell,
That's not fun.
but natural born lycanthropes require the wish spell.
That's not fun.
No, it's not. For flavor or early stage, many DMs allow herbs like belladonna or special rituals.
So, what are we gonna go for? This is our world. We already made a new
Yeah.
god, so
Yeah, that's fair.
what's making one more or one new thing?
Well, that's just it. It's like you can just make up any random herb name and make it extremely rare and only exist in one place that you have to travel
Okay,
very far to and climb
Do
special
we want to
heights.
do that? And if so, where's the little? Okay, let's
Flesh it out
put
more?
yeah, let's flush it out and put it somewhere, and then we will say we got a general conclusion to this small story arc. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Do we need to name the herb?
Do you want to just pick a random herb name?
Twilight Primrose.
Okay, where would Twilight Primrose be located? Do you want to turn this into a snow mountain adventure where it's only located at the top of the highest mountain in the world, which would be like our Everest, but whatever mountain is in your
So-
fantasy world?
Going off the name Twilight, maybe it only grows in darker places in very high altitudes. So a cave at the top of the mountain.
Okay. And what kind of obviously it's going to be a trek and it will spend a lot of time just to get up there.
Yes, and there's probably some form of critter that has made that cave their home.
Yes, obviously.
I'm
That's what I was
thinking-
leading towards.
Griffin.
What level do you think this party's going to be?
I don't know.
A griffin's like CR2.
It is?
Yeah, it's CR2 or CR3.
Okay, family of griffins. I don't know.
I was thinking like
Dragon.
white dragon, but you know,
I mean, a white dragon would fit in, yeah.
now I'm just thinking like, oh yeah, that's like the plant that gets dragons high, and so then the
It's like catnip to dragons.
yeah, it's like catnip to dragons, and it's just like
a white dragon would be kind of cool to fight. Oh, here we go, though. Maybe it's a, hold on, I'm forgetting a word. Maybe it's an albino red dragon.
we've
everyone's
done that.
like,
we've done that before.
We've done that? Okay.
Because I
Albino,
remember I was fixated on that for a little bit.
Albino, insert any other color of dragon.
I think the joke is to have it albino red because then they would anticipate colds and
But
all
they get
cold
fire,
resistance
yeah.
and all that stuff, and then they get the exact opposite.
Yeah, but they aren't necessarily focused on any of the other.
What happens if it's albino white dragon or a white dragon?
Okay,
No, it's a joke. It's a joke.
fine. It's an albino blue dragon, and they're getting lightning.
Um,
Or it's just a very light blue dragon that everyone mistakes for a white dragon.
is that what we're gonna go with? Just a dragon on top of a mountain.
I mean, that's a classic. What else is a high enough challenge rating to make this like a final destination style of place? It's like,
I don't know. It could be like a ritual as well. Like you have to be at the very peak, and then it has to be a full moon, in which then
you're dealing
that
with
is the only time in which this flower blooms at that highest peak.
Oh yeah, you have
and,
to.
In which then that's how the only time you can harvest it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the general journey is going to be treacherous, where you will actually incorporate survival rules of rations and colds and all that stuff and heat temperature.
Well, here's the other fun part.
You
If
don't
you have
have
to
to
do
have,
this
like-
during a full moon, I'm liking this ritual side. You have to do this during a full moon.
My
you have
rambling. You
Yeah.
like the ramble?
I do like the rambling.
Okay.
So, the ritual needs to be performed during a full moon while the flowers are blooming because they're putting off pollen, and the pollen is what you need. Because,
So the flowers are having sex right in front of you.
yeah.
Okay.
And the werewolf in question needs to breathe in this pollen, except it's a full moon. You're dealing with a fully transformed werewolf.
Okay. Now I'm enjoying this twist. Okay.
That's what you gotta
So it like that's
like
why
restrain
that's
or
why I'm
something.
saying like okay, like it doesn't have to be just a monster at the end, you know?
Yeah.
This is the creative thing that I like to encourage
It's the monster that is your friend.
is challenges like this.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
or your pet. if
restrain
you're a
without
ranger.
killing. Yeah. If you have that kind of relationship, that's fine too.
Okay. I wasn't going there. Anyways, if you use this character or use this plot line, this could be an NPC if you want to.
Oh yeah.
Let us know down in the comments of this YouTube video on X at QuestBoardPod or on Blue Sky Questboard. If you have a job posting for our regular stuff or something for character jam, I don't know.
If you have the Fatum cards and you want to send us a picture of a draw you did and see what we make out of it, go for it.
Sure, go with that. You could let us know on any of those sites. I would suggest like, hey, listen to us on the go and all that stuff, but this episode's way too, it's much better on YouTube. So check us out on YouTube. You could see the cards it's probably still up. I don't know how long you keep that up.
I usually make it fade out when you start the spiel about the check us out other places.
Well, it popped back up when I talked about this part. Anyways, yeah, check us out on YouTube. This format is much better with a visual that you can actually watch.
Mm-hmm.
So turn your head to the second monitor to actually watch it. And I think with that, I wish you all a good night.
And happy questing.